I see the comments under my videos. I get it. You guys don't like women. I get it. You guys hate us. You don't respect our opinions. You don't value what we have to talk about.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. We have a great one planned for you today. There are no sponsors, and that's totally fine. I'm feeling pretty good today. I hope everybody out there is feeling great. As you know, the people that have watched the show on a regular basis, I've been on this weight loss journey for the last year, and I've lost almost 80 pounds, and I need to break through into the 20s. And I'm gonna do it, but I started lifting again. This is like the third week I've been lifting, and I'm feeling a lot better. I've got a little bit of the pec bounce back, so I'm trying to get rid of these man boobs. But anyways, I'm just feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. I also want to let you know that we do have new merch. It's the I Am Charlie design. And it took a little bit of time because I had to do it with another company because my normal merch company, I don't know, they're just wusses on some things. They said it's too political or I don't know, whatever. But it is available right now. I'll have a link down below. And yeah, if you want to pick something up, that's totally awesome. It actually also helps support the channel. So let's get into the rest of the show. Let's do it. All right, my friends, we are starting off with, a meme, but we just have one, so let's just get into it for those out there that don't like the memes, which I just can't understand why, but, to each their own, and that's cool. So let's get to this one real quick. The left, RFK Jr. is too anti-science. Okay, yeah, that's pretty prominent on their side of thinking, but also the left. Come on, how much more anti-science is that? That is, it's not even in the realm of anti-science. I don't even know what you'd call it, but it's buffoonery is what I would call it. Charlie Kirk's memorial was on Sunday, and it was absolutely beautiful. Such good talks and messages remembering Charlie, and really honoring his life, building up his legacy, and continuing it forward. Erica is she is such an amazing woman. I didn't know anything about her before this whole incident occurred, but she's stepped forward. She's now the CEO of Turning Point USA, and I think she's going to do an absolutely great job. But I just wanted to share with you, I put 3 videos up yesterday on Sunday, just clips from the memorial. So they're out there. Just go visit the channel. But I just wanted to show you how big this memorial was and how many people showed up. I heard this was actually said to be the largest indoor memorial ever, at least in the United States. Man, that's amazing. There's so many people love Charlie, and he will dearly be missed. But let's just take a look at this real quick. Wow. I don't know how many people are actually there, but it's amazing. Up next, I wanted to show a video that shows the very distinct difference between the right and the left, and how both parties, both sides, celebrate somebody that they love, they miss, and they honor. So check it out. It's kind of, the left is horrible.
This is what we do. This is what we do.
Everybody out! Get out!
Damn, y'all.
All right, my friends, it is time. We have arrived at the edge of the liberal pool of madness, and we're going to jump in head first. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the lib zone.
Any Republicans want to explain this phenomena to me where it is the left's fault for Charlie Kirk's death, because I genuinely do not understand the outrage that y'all have towards the left regarding this situation when it's liberal policies that would have kept him safe in the first place.
What the hell did you just say?
He lived and died by the sword that he advocated for, and he died at the hands of another conservative. Like, the left is basically responding to this like, we told you so, but like, don't have a lot of sympathy for a person who was misogynistic and racist. And then y'all respond that like, it's the liberals that killed him in the first place. I personally just think it's like, you guys can't internally reflect on your own morals or your own values and see anything wrong with your own strategy or plan. So you just have to take that anger out on any scapegoat you can find.
Hello? Yes. Oh, you heard her. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Cool. I'll give her the phone. All right. Thanks. Have a great day. Hey, this is for you. It's projection.
I just feel like enough about Charlie Kirk already. Like, have we not moved on? Have we not? I'm over it. Who cares? He literally said people need to die for us to have our guns. He said, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, people will have to die, but we have to have that for us to have guns. Well, he was his own sacrifice. He would have agreed with his own death. So stop mourning him. He's fine with it. He's looking up at us. He's perfectly fine with it.
I've been watching the Charlie Kirk Memorial on YouTube, and the amount of money that is being donated would quite literally change my entire family's life.
Look, I'm sorry you're not bathing in money, but don't be that petty. Please. Just stop it.
As someone who was raised Lutheran Christian and still holds dear the idea of a loving and merciful God, y'all cannot claim to be good Christians and mourn the death of a man who both weaponized and bastardized your religion in order to enact violence against people. That is not what God would have stood for. That is not what Jesus taught.
Here's why we need to stick together and overthrow this government together. All right, y'all know how people feel about Charlie Kirk's death. Okay, now you guys know how some of us feel about Melissa Fortman's death. If we can't understand each other's morals and each other's beliefs, can we at least understand that one person died on your side and that's bad, and one person died on our side and that's bad? And now if we're going to talk about killers, both of these killers were right-wing extremists, but we're not going to focus on that, right? We're going to focus on the fact that 2 people died and they're political violence, right? We don't want political violence, right? Okay, so here's what we should do. We need to band together. We need to overthrow the government, because if we keep letting them do this shit, y'all are next too. I'm talking to you conservatives. Like, y'all think you're safe and you're not. Your white privilege only helps you to not get attacked by police and shit like that, but it doesn't help you get richer. We're all screwed. So band together.
And of course, the libs just can't let things be. They have to show up and protest because they have no jobs, I guess, and have nothing better to do but to just spout their yucky message to everybody. But up next is a young lady. She is holding a sign, and we'll get to that in a second. Now, the sign, I believe, is... I've been told, what I've read is that it's an actual quote from Charlie Kirk. So I'm not sure what context she's showing this sign. I'm sure it's probably an anti-Charlie Kirk messaging, but some of the comments that I found were actually, depending on the context, supporting what she was saying on the sign. Now, what she said verbally was absolutely vile because she hopes that someone's baby dies. So let's check it out.
Period. She said, oh my God, that was She said I can leave up. She said I can bring it down. I can't believe she just said that.
Oh, I fucking won. You know what? Talk to
TV. Look at us. I can't believe she said that to that girl. Oh, she right here still.
Hey, just show her your Look how proud you are. You got that little girl crying. She's telling that lady she owns
That was so bad. But that was so bad though. That was so bad.
That little girl's crying. Look at that girl crying. All right. They don't want to see you yelling.
And here's a more up close picture of that girl that was holding the sign. It says, "It should be public, it should be quick, it should be televised." Now, she has rotten hell, so obviously she is referencing Charlie Kirk, so I assume she's not a fan. However, there's a lot of people in the comments that are totally agreeing with her because apparently that is a quote from Charlie Kirk. And I would agree with that sign as well. If somebody is convicted of murder and it's there's no shadow of doubt, I think instead of lingering on death row for 20 years at the taxpayer dime, I think the execution should be quick. I think it should be as painless as possible. And honestly, I think it should be televised. Personally, you know, do some sort of, I don't know, pay-per-view or some special on Fox or something. I don't know, but I think it would be more of a deterrent if these executions were available for everybody to see, because I think, you know, if I was a criminal and I saw somebody getting killed, I'd be like, maybe I won't do that. Sam Worth says, if she's talking about how we bring justice to proven murderers, I agree with her. Kitka Kite says, I feel the same way about capital punishment for child killers. Only my solution involved pay-per-view, deterrent, not demonic. Now, somebody had mentioned that this lady holding the sign was demonic, so that's where that reference comes into. White Wind says, once the murderer is convicted, agreed. And here's a look at some of the just despicable people protesting the memorial of Charlie Kirk. These people. Check it out. I just really don't comprehend how anybody could protest a funeral. I mean, really, that's just... Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. We've got... Yes. Okay. You sure? Okay, let me... I can't hear you. Where's that stupid switch? There it is. Okay. Yes. A crockett alert. Okay. All right. This is fantastic. We'll let everybody know. All right. Thank you. All right, my friends, that was my producer, and we do have an official Crockett alert. So let's hear what she has to say, the stupidity and absolute racism coming out of her mouth. I don't know if it's racism, but she definitely doesn't agree with celebrating Charlie Kirk. Check it out.
The rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was specifically to us. And I can tell you that a month prior to him passing away, he had actually gotten out on his podcast. I wasn't aware of this at the time, but he got out there and he was talking negatively about me directly. So if there was any way that I was going to honor somebody who decided that they were just going to negatively talk about me and proclaim that I was somehow involved in the great white replacement, yeah, I'm not honoring that kind of stuff.
A. Gene Robinson says, I've sat through over 50 hours of Charlie Kirk's videos as an authentically Black American. Not one racist word. Not one. What Democrats do is cut snippets, strip context, and shove sound bites at the same gullible slob audience too lazy to fact check. Sounds like stochastic terrorism to me. That was in yesterday's video. Check it out if you want to know what I'm talking about. This isn't exposing racism. It's manufacturing lies to spark division. I totally 100% agree. Susie Q says she's paid to lie. I can't argue with that, really. American Papa Bear, which I love going to, and you should totally visit Papa Bear's site. It's a great site. But Papa Bear says, I know as a Christian I shouldn't say this, but I really hate that woman. And I think there's a lot of people across America that feel the exact same way. The left just can't leave the firing of Kimmel alone, and they're still out there griping and whining and complaining. Let's check out a few videos.
I think that to fight this whole Jimmy Kimmel thing is to go for the pockets of Disney. Yeah, it's gonna suck because they have a lot of content that I actually love and adore, but I also don't pay for Disney Plus, but they won't get my time and attention and my eyeballs, bitch. Like, those people. Like, you know? Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. What do y'all think?
How do you feel about Jimmy Kimmel getting taken off air?
It's about damn time.
Why?
I mean, that dude celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. You spun it in a disgusting way with a disgusting narrative and claimed that it was a right-wing MAGA propagandist that killed the largest conservative activist and civil rights leaders of our time. Seriously, shot him in cold daylight, broad daylight. It's messed up. You know, that guy was doing what he did best, debating about free speech, and then, you know, you put a bullet in his neck, and it was not a MAGA dude. No, it was a radical left lunatic with a transgender boyfriend who literally plotted to destroy our country and was an absolute faggot. So Jimmy Kimmel, kick rocks. You only had 129,000 viewers a night anyway. That's less than I get, and I don't know how you had a multi-million-dollar contract on ABC. So I'll see you later. Maybe you should start a podcast.
Jimmy Kimmel loses his job, I just want to remind people that saying trans people are abhorrent and mentally ill is violent rhetoric. Saying that trans ideology is murdering people on the far left is violent rhetoric.
The whole words are violence mantra that the left has been pushing and peddling through the mainstream media. And look, this has got to stop. We need to stop this type of thinking and get back to the good old-fashioned sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, because that is the truth, my friends. And until we can break free of this whole stupid words is violent, we're not going to make a lot of progress.
Declaring war on the left is violent rhetoric. This is not about clamping down on violent rhetoric. This is about control and stamping out people that disagree with this administration. So this is now an opportunity to stamp out dissent under the guise of unity. I was young enough and old enough to live through 9/11. I know what it looks like when leaders want to unite the country, and this shit, this is not it. This is very scary. This is very Big Brother.
If you're somebody who doesn't get trans ideology, or if you don't know any transgender people and you generally just see trans people through an internet lens, like through a caricature lens, think about this for a second. You wake up one day and you're in the wrong body. You went to bed a woman, you wake up as a man. You went to bed a man, you wake up as a woman. You are distressed. Of course you're distressed. Nobody believes you. Nobody understands what's going on. You go to doctors. You have to go through months and months of psychiatric evaluation. Finally, if you're allowed to, get surgery to fix things for you, you then have people misgendering you, people saying that you're mentally ill, and people saying that you're a groomer. When you're just trying to feel normal, you're just trying to feel normal in your own body. That to me is like, how can you be against that? How can you be against people wanting to feel comfortable in their own skin? If the roles were reversed and if the situation I just explained happened to you, I can guarantee your life would be miserable. until you figured out how to fix it. So it just really bums me out and makes me super sad when I see people talking about trans people like they're a punchline. Because these are real human beings who not only have to go to work and pay their bills and live every single day like cis people do, they have to do all of that and protect themselves from people who hate them, from people who want them dead. And knowing that so many people hate you just for living and having to do all of that other stuff I just mentioned, that takes so much strength. And I can't imagine how hard that would be.
I don't know why President Trump, the FBI, DOJ, somebody isn't really taking a hard look at Michigan, because they are absolutely giving the middle finger to the executive order that was given a while ago. And it's saying that we're not going to teach about transgender stuff in school. We're definitely not going to try to tell a kid that, hey, he's a she or she's a he, and then keep it from the parents. But obviously, that is still happening. And we're going to watch a young mother and what happened with her child. It's really sad, actually.
A school employee sent us an academic report with notes for my daughter's past and current teachers. But oddly, some of the teachers' notes talked about a boy, or at least referred to a boy's name and used male pronouns. I assumed this was a mistake. So I emailed the school employee to see if she had inadvertently included another child's information in the report, but she didn't respond. My husband and I discovered that the school, including the counselor that we had put so much trust in, was socially transitioning our daughter and hiding it from us. We later found out that teachers and staff had been treating our daughter as a boy without our knowledge. They continued to use her real name and accurate pronouns when communicating with us. I was shocked, betrayed, and heartbroken. We met with the principal hoping that he would be as shocked as we were, but he wasn't. He said it was school district and Michigan policy to treat our little girl as a boy without telling us. Going into this meeting, Dan and I had hoped that the principal would be as concerned as we were, but we left feeling devastated and not sure what to do next. There really are no words to capture the traumatic impact of the school's action on our young daughter and our family. And in the days and weeks that followed, it was like she was emerging from a cult. Multiple times a day, she would ask us if we loved her. She had been taught to not trust us, that we wouldn't understand her, and that we wouldn't accept her, which is absolutely false. But what really broke my heart is that my sweet girl, she was led to believe that she was broken, and she is not. She was made in the image of God, and she is beautiful, intelligent, and kind.
Hypothetically, right, out of these two, who do you think is more likely to be supportive of human rights?
Number two, mostly because of I think it's like a keffiyeh or something. And then the Hamas shirt, I do think that violence is the voice of the unheard, and Hamas has been very much unheard for 75 years.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Seriously, how could you be more uneducated and more brainwashed than the guy that we just saw? It is shockingly amazing how retarded these people are.
You guys, I hate that fat orange. I hate that some men in America hate women so much that they would have rather elected that rapist instead of electing a woman. And I won't forget about it. I see the comments under my videos. I get it. You guys don't like women. I get it. You guys hate us. You don't respect our opinions. You don't value what we have to talk about. Because you guys hated women so much, now poor people aren't going to have health care, and so many kids are going to grow up without their parents because they got deported while they were at school, and the whole time billionaires are going to still keep getting their tax benefits, and they're just going to keep getting richer and richer off the backs of the people you threw under the bus because you didn't want to vote for a woman. 30 felonies, proven guilty of rape, and you still didn't want to elect a woman. And now here we are, and poor people are just gonna get poorer, and immigrants are gonna get deported, and life was already hard for them, but it's about to get a whole lot harder because all these dumbass people think that everything wrong with America has to do with the immigrants, and there's
When you really think about this, we literally just asked people to not be racist. We asked people to not say the R word anymore. We asked men not to rape women anymore. That's literally it. And in response, they decided they would burn the Constitution to the ground, take away every single protective right that we have, literally allow free speech to crumble and slip between our fingertips. Literally, because we said, do you guys mind if you don't call gay people the F word anymore? And in return, they destroyed the country, and we're the snowflakes.
Evil is no longer hiding, and the adversary is definitely on the rise on the left. So, yeah.
Get a new joke. Get a new joke. Any joke. I will take anything at this point. You are not original or funny for saying I look like a f***ing bull. You think I can't look in the mirror and see that I got this big ass nose ring? Do you think I didn't know that I had it? Do you think I don't know what a cow is? I don't know. I just woke up. Sorry. I need you to get a new joke, a better joke, a funnier joke. Cause it's the only reason why it's starting to bother me is because I see it 20 times a day. Like, say something else. Get creative. You know? Like the one I just saw where it was like fishing tackle box salesperson, like, that was funny. But, okay, I look like a bull. Okay. What do you want me to do about it? You want me to take it out? Because I'm not. It took me 2 years to get to this size.
What did you say?
So.
It's time for Dave's Detox. Man, I couldn't do an iguana. I'm sorry. I just it creeped me out way too much. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, no, don't do it. Oh gosh. Oh, gross. I hope that salad is for... Okay, it looks like it's for the iguana. That's good. Phew, I thought he was going to eat it. Oh, no. He doesn't like strawberries.
Lime really hates this stuff. Oh, I'm so sorry. Come on, you gotta get it. Stop.
Wonder what kind of medicine that is.
Oh, stop.
He doesn't like it, though. Aw. Oh, wow. That's a lot of pelicans. Oh, no. He's got to get the scent. He's like, wait a minute. I remember that scent. He's probably been gone a long time. What?
Where's your eye?
What is going on with that dog? Aw. Man, I totally want to get a sloth. They're so cute. Uh-oh. All right, my friends, that is it for today's episode. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I thank everyone that subscribed. And also, if you hit that thumbs up, it really does help, I believe, with the algorithm and getting this video out to more eyeballs. All right. And you know what? If you shared, that's also fantastic. So until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated, and until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.